Ah, one more for the game. Come, sit. You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back. The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of. Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me. Let the cards fall where they may. We begin. You can always review your cards here. I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here, I'll make an exception. You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive. Fair Merith, I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories. A little extra health, but it is only a momentary respite. That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it. Choose from these options. A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective. Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all. You are on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. If you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of. I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason. You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator. I'm sure you are grateful for that. What did you think would happen with a card called Ambush, eh? If you were wondering why you've been collecting all that gold, you now have your answer. We're starting to get into the meat of the game now, the back and forth between resources and rewards. A classical approach to dealing with crowds. You have reached my first champion. A good man driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron I forge my tools. Now we see your metal. This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter. Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack. down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. One champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained. Shall we deal again? Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court. Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls. New content awaits you. It will be awarded when you complete your run. I will add my own cards to the deck. How boring life would be without a little spice. We play for life and death. Prepare yourself. Running water protects against many things in myth. Generally, though, it's just a pain to get past. How will you cross this time? The token is yours. Well done. Given how rarely one encounters the folk, you are fortunate indeed to meet Merith again. Or perhaps we are merely cycling around the wheel and dipping into the same memories time and time again. I'm starting to wonder if you're simply leaving this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield. Head downwards, if you dare. Many have reached this far. Further, in fact. I do not know if you have what it takes to do better than they did. It's a lump of iron on a stick. Not terribly subtle. Really? Is that what you're going to do? It lives in every game. That initial moment where things begin. I have worked on these cards all my days, and the canyon has been there from the outset. Increasing the effect of one sort of magic with another, all you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough. Deeper towards our foe. Good. Now all you need to do is find and kill the Jack of Skulls, and we can progress. There's a token in it for you if you win. Artifacts provide powerful special abilities to use in combat, but it takes time to ready them. I like this demon. He lies as often as he tells the truth. I'm impressed. Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being in peril. Such misplaced confidence is usually their downfall. An excellent way to turn an injury into an asset. Armor protects you from damage. The best armor, of course, does so much more. In my day, we simply avoided being wounded. Healing will suffice, however. An ambush? Hardly fair, is it? I cannot expect you to get by without some protection. I'm sure you are grateful for that. The undead. Of all the players in the game, these are the most dangerous in the world, yet in no natural form. A wrongness, an error, cheating. Shots from rifles cannot be deflected. You would do better to avoid them. Are you agile enough? Well done. Well done indeed. But you have roused the dead in their dusty tombs, and even I cannot say what will come of it. Now our wager becomes more interesting. Will the tools you've earned suffice to address the challenges I pose? That is the question, is it not? Shall we deal again? Another round, and our game truly begins. A bold woman, this one. She did not collapse when the Empire did. No. She took up arms, organized her people, and vowed that in a country where death had gathered, she would be the one dealing it. Now we play for the cup, the first of my symbols. I've added some cards to spice up the game. In addition to the pain and gain decks, there are now blessings and curses. Choose your steps carefully. You might think the world of the cards is grim, yet even in the darkness, there is light to be found. Priests, gods, and eternal damnations. I have no truck with any of it. Blessings will remain always active and are never removed. Unless you die, of course. Then you're back where you began, as always. A choice. Select your desire. Are you sure that's the right approach? Every step you take consumes food, but you will also heal as you proceed. Take the token. It is yours. Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another flaw awaits. You are close on her trail, and more confident than I had imagined. Perhaps you will play beyond this mark, and we will see your true mettle. Win this and claim my token. Your provisions are running low. Can you press on? A terrifying walk to get to the Queen. So many potential places for an assailant to get the upper hand. Oh dear. Ouch. Again, the stones tumble upon you. Our bandits are displeased with your challenges. A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed. Noble causes turn to rotten enterprise. You may win this battle and send the Queen to her rightful end. Yet, what have you gained in the process? Inevitable, I suppose. So often those who beat plowshare to sword die by the grim instruments of their industry. Still, she fought well and bravely, which is all I expect from my pawns and players. You have earned the first of the symbols of my power and passed the first gate. There is no turning back now. Previously I was merciful, but now I cannot be. It is begun. I crafted each of these cards over the course of years. You have taken them from me in mere moments. Come, play again. Do you have what it takes to defeat the rats? Ah, the rats. They have swarmed up from the dark places beneath the realms of humanity and now squat amongst your cities and feast and shriek and hunt and writhe. Our Lord of Plague does like to rub your nose in misfortune. We play for a token now. It amuses me to watch them theorize, to attempt to discern the very likeness of the gods down to their toes. Each of these cards is crafted from your memories and built from your experience. I created them, but only in the abstract. It is the importance you place on them that makes them real. Oh dear. Poison. It's the tool of the traitor. Again, the surprise attack. The novelty must wear thin on subsequent travels. I'm sure you are grateful for that. One more step down, and we may see the end of this, or another set of stairs. Again, a token is at stake. Well done. Nature is the greatest threat, even with the Queen now dispatched. Be swift. As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched. Now we begin to raise the stakes. The arena itself will fight against you. Beware of my traps. Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. A small aid to navigation, but still. A treasure chest. What more iconic emblem of success could we imagine? Choose from these options. Let us stake a token on their foolishness. Your prize. I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes. Descend ever deeper into the subterranean pit. Hush! Can you hear the way his claws scratch the tiles? A knife for all, and mercy for none. Artifacts give you powerful abilities to use in combat. Interesting choice. So quick to anger. That's what makes them a mob, really. I am sorry. Greed. If it were not for greed, then who would play at this game? Plague by name and plague by nature, the rats leave behind a deadly toxin. I'm sure you are grateful for that. As pleases you. He awaits plague and pestilence and blood and teeth. queens and kings of the rat kind have lost a child here today. For slaughter, your reward. Come, play. Now we play. You can now access Endless Mode if you wish to test your skills against chance itself. Some men thrive in anarchy and chaos. The King of Dust is one such. His tools are cruelty and terror, and I suspect he will harbor a great hatred for you, my friend. In these lands, the King of Dust takes his tithe of all. You face the first of my kings. Each has shaped the nature of their forces with the strength of their will. They will turn that power to your destruction. Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all. Do you understand how this game works now? Do you comprehend the stakes? A choice. Select your desire. Ha! Let us see how you progress with that millstone around your neck. Of course, you can remove your curses at shops if you can find them. Still, I'm keen to see how you handle your disadvantages. Spirits roaming the darkness. With the struggles, the boundaries are weaker than they've ever been. Here is your token. Well done. The bandits are sorely loyal to their king. They will not let you reach him easily. A coarse defense, but a valuable one nonetheless. It's better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent. Our lives are often lived thus, are they not? Pushed back and forth by the whims of nobility or power. Head downwards, if you dare. Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies. Of course, I am different. My powers are genuine. Open the chest, see what it contains. I'm curious. I'm sure you are grateful for that. Every game must include an element of surprise, wouldn't you say? Sometimes it is the human on the other side of the table. Sometimes the draw of a card or the roll of a dice. Without it, the game is nothing but a computing machine. A shield for the marathon, not the sprint. Though I admire his ilk, I live by very different rules. Chains for armor, as you will. A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom. On this floor, the King of Dust waits for you. He is prepared. Are you? Bandits, eh? Make an enemy of one, and you've made an enemy of all. One can't help but admire their single-mindedness. 6 bandits to keep you on your toes. Very few are so foolish as to deliver themselves to the king. And so the game takes another life. Do not worry, though. You may try again. Truly, our game has begun.